Have you ever felt like your own mind is your worst enemy? Like your thoughts are just working against you? Well, today we're going to break down a super powerful tool that can help you flip that script. It's called Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, or CBT, and we'll be leaning on the amazing insights of CBT specialist Veronica Walsh to really get a handle on how this thing works. Mark Twain just hit the nail on the head with this one, didn't he? It's hilarious, but it also points to this deep, deep truth about us. The stories we tell ourselves, the storms brewing in our own heads, can feel way more real and be way more painful than what's actually happening around us. And right there, that's the key. This isn't just a witty one-liner. It's the absolute foundation of CBT, this idea that our thoughts literally shape our reality. And what's wild is that this isn't some new age concept. It's an idea that has been popping up for centuries. Yeah, you might think CBT is a modern invention, but its core principle is ancient. It's this simple, but honestly revolutionary idea that our experience of life isn't shaped by events themselves, but by how we interpret those events. And get this idea goes way, way back. We're talking over 2,500 years ago. Buddha was teaching that our entire world, everything we are, is literally a creation of our own mind. Talk about a powerful concept. And it wasn't just in the East. Over in ancient Greece, the Stoic philosophers, guys like Epictetus, were all over this. They taught that the power isn't in what happens to you, but in the judgment you slap onto it. That's what creates either peace or turmoil. And of course, Shakespeare gets it on the auction too. In Hamlet, he just spells it out for us. This isn't just philosophy, you see. It's a fundamental part of being human that the greatest thinkers have recognized forever. Our thoughts are literally the paintbrush we use to color our world. Okay, so if our thoughts are the paintbrush, what happens when we start painting with muddy water? What happens when our thinking gets distorted? Well, that's the exact problem CBT was designed to solve. It tackles the way our own thinking can trap us in this self-defeating, vicious loop. And this is where CBT specialist Veronica Walsh gives us this absolutely brilliant concept, the unreliable narrator. Think about it. When we're under a lot of stress, our brain kind of develops this negative filter. It's not that we see things that aren't there, but our explanation of what's happening gets all twisted and exaggerated. And that, of course, just fuels all those negative feelings. So here's how that narrator traps us in this nasty little cycle. Step 1, it starts with a distorted thought. Step 2, that thought makes you feel awful and act in ways that frankly don't help. Step 3, those actions lead to a bad result. And here's the kicker. Step 4, that bad outcome feels like proof that your original negative thought was right all along. And round we go, with the cycle getting stronger every single time. So how on earth do we break out of this loop? Well, that's where the modern solution of CBT comes into the picture. How did we get from all this ancient wisdom to a structured scientific therapy? It all started when a couple of researchers decided the old way of doing things just wasn't cutting it. So picture this. It's the 1950s, and therapy is all about digging deep into the mysterious subconscious. But pioneers like Aaron Beck and Albert Ellis were looking around and thinking, this isn't really working for a lot of people. So they made a radical shift. They moved the focus away from the mysterious subconscious to something we can actually get our hands on and change, our conscious, everyday thoughts. And just like that, CBT was born. And this all boils down to the absolute engine of CBT, and it's so simple but so powerful. It's that our thoughts cause our feelings and our behaviors. It's not that events don't matter, of course they do, but ultimately it's our thoughts about an event that decide how we feel and what we do next. 10 people can go through the exact same thing and have 10 totally different reactions, all because of their thoughts. And this brings us to what makes CBT so incredibly empowering. It isn't just about endless talking. It's psychoeducational. It's about learning a practical set of skills to, as Veronica Walsh says, become your own therapist. How cool is that? So let's just put these side by side. Traditional therapy often focuses on the past, with a therapist doing a lot of sympathetic listening. CBT is different. It's all about the here and now. It's structured. It gives you concrete techniques. And yep, there's even homework. It's an active, hands-on process that's designed to get you tangible results fast. And here are those tools in action. These are the questions CBT teaches you to ask that unreliable narrator. So say you catch yourself thinking, I totally bombed that presentation, I'm a complete failure. Whoa, right? That's a super exaggerated thought. Using these questions, you challenge it. Is that really proportional? A more accurate way to see it might be, okay, one part could have been a little stronger, but the rest actually went pretty well. See? It's not about fake positivity, it's about being accurate. And that is how you break the cycle. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But the big question is, does it actually work? Well, this is where CBT really truly shines. It isn't just a nice philosophy, it's science. Oh, yeah, it works. The evidence is it's overwhelming. We're talking about one of the most rigorously studied psychotherapies in the world. Study after study shows it can be even more effective than medication, especially for the long haul because it gives you skills for life. And this part is incredible. When you practice this stuff consistently, it can physically rewire your brain, building new, healthier neural pathways. I mean, wow. And that is why I absolutely love this quote from Veronica Walsh. CBT is science, and science is magic that works. It just captures it perfectly. It takes these seemingly magical ideas about the power of our minds and grounds them in a real, practical, scientific process that actually gets results. So it all comes down to this. The core promise of CBT is that you, yes, you, have the power to change your life by changing your thinking. It's a skill you can learn and a philosophy you can live by. So the real question is, are you ready to change your mind? If you want to dive deeper, the resources from Veronica Walsh are a fantastic place to start.